Children, now let us start the next chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry. The word itself says Introduction to Trigonometry. So here it is an introduction of the chapter Trigonometry, and it is a new chapter for you. You have already studied about triangles and in particular about right triangles in your earlier classes. Now, let us take some examples from our surroundings where right triangles can be imagined to be formed. Suppose you are visiting Qutub Minar. If you are looking at the top of the Minar, a right triangle can be imagined to be made as shown in the figure. Here, observe, there is a right angle between the ground and the Qutub Minar. Suppose you are sitting on the balcony of your house and you are looking down at a flower of the plant. A right triangle is imagined to be made in this situation as shown in the figure. Here you know that building is perpendicular to the ground and the angle is right angle here. So this is the right angle triangle. Suppose you are standing here and observing the top of the tree, and again you can imagine a right angle triangle formed here. You know that the tree is perpendicular to the ground and here PQ is the height of the tree and you are at a point R, and by joining the top of the tree and bottom of the tree and your point of view, you can imagine the right angle triangle here. In all these situations, the distances or heights can be found by using some mathematical techniques which come under a branch of mathematics called trigonometry. The word trigonometry is derived from the Greek words tri. You know what is the meaning of tri? Tri means three. And gon means sides. And metron means measurement. So trigonometry is a combination of the word tri, gon and metron. All these are Greek words. In fact, trigonometry is the study of relationship between the sides and angles of triangle. The earliest known work on trigonometry was recorded in Egypt and Babylon. Early astronomers used it to find out the distance of the stars and planets from the earth. Even today, most of the technologically advanced methods used in engineering and physical sciences are based on trigonometrical concepts. The famous man J.F. Herbert says that there is perhaps nothing which so occupies the middle position of mathematics as trigonometry. Here he says that there is perhaps nothing which so occupies the middle position of mathematics as trigonometry. It is a statement given by the famous person in this chapter. We will study some ratios of the sides of right triangle with respect to its acute angles called trigonometric ratios of the angles. We will restrict our discussion to acute angles only. However, these ratios can be extended to other angles also. We will also define the trigonometric ratios for angles of measure 0 degree and 90 degree. 0 degree and 90 degree. We will calculate trigonometric ratios for some specific angles and establish some identities involving these ratios, and they are called trigonometric identities. So, in this chapter, let us discuss about the trigonometric ratios of the angles and also about the trigonometric identities. And here our discussion is restricted to acute angles only. These ratios can be extended to other angles also, but here our discussion is only about the acute angles and also some trigonometric identities involving the trigonometric ratios. You have seen some right triangles imagined to be formed in different situations. See all these situations here, and in these situations you are looking at the top of the minar. A right triangle can be imagined to be made as shown in the figure. See here, ABC is the right triangle imagined to be formed here. That is, the Qutub Minar is perpendicular to the ground. The angle between the ground and the Qutub Minar is right angle. So here, if you observe the Qutub Minar from the point C, and you can imagine a right triangle can be formed, that is by drawing the imaginary line to join the points A, B and C. So here you got a right angle triangle in this situation. And here you are at the top of the building. You are sitting on the balcony of the building and observing the flower which is on the ground. Here you can imagine a right angle triangle by joining the points A, B and C. Now you come to this situation in which the top of the tree is observed from the point R, and you can draw the imaginary line to join P and R, and also here PQ is a tree and QR is a imaginary line from the point R to the bottom of the tree Q, and again you will get a right angle triangle PQR where PQ is perpendicular to QR, angle Q is 90 degree. Now let us take the right angle triangle. In this triangle ABC, angle B is right angle. So it is a right angle triangle. And here you know that the side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. So which is the hypotenuse here? AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse. And here two angles, angle A and angle C, are the acute angles. They are always acute angles. Why it is? Because you know that as angle B is equals to 90 degree, the sum of the three angles is 180 degree, and sum of this angle A and angle C must be equals to 90 degree. So they are less than 90 degree and they are acute angles. They are acute angles. So let us consider the angle A, which is acute angle. Angle A is the brief of angle CAB. Angle CAB can be written, or you can say that in brief it is angle A. Angle CAB is in brief angle A here. So you consider the angle A, which is acute angle, and you know that the side opposite to it, which is the side opposite to it, that is BC. The side opposite to this angle A is called opposite side or side opposite to angle A. Right? Side opposite to angle A. Side opposite to angle A. Angle A. Angle A. And also you know that here the side AB is part of the angle A. Side AB is part of the angle A. So it is called adjacent side. Side adjacent to angle A. Side adjacent to angle A. Side adjacent to angle A. If you consider this angle, angle A. So here with respect to angle A, here BC is opposite side and AB is adjacent side. Which is the opposite side? BC. As it is opposite to the angle A, so it is opposite side with respect to angle A, and AB is adjacent side with respect to angle A. Now in the same triangle, let us consider the angle C, which is also acute angle. Angle C. Angle C means angle ACB. Angle C is the brief form of angle ACB. And here with respect to the angle C, which is the opposite side, the side opposite to C is AB. So you can write here side opposite to angle C. Here you know that it is opposite to angle C, side opposite to angle C. So with respect to angle C, which is the opposite side, AB is the opposite side, and you know that BC is a part of this angle. So you can say that it is a adjacent side. It is a side adjacent to angle C. Side adjacent to angle C. Here with respect to the angle C, BC is the adjacent side and AB is the opposite side. As the angle changes, the opposite side and adjacent side also changes. So in the same triangle, you compare the angle A and angle C, and with respect to angle A, with respect to angle A, which is the opposite side, BC is opposite side, and AB is adjacent side. AB is adjacent side. BC is opposite side, AB is adjacent side. And with respect to angle C, with respect to angle C, which is the opposite side, AB. AB is opposite side, and BC adjacent side. Here according to the position of the angle, the opposite side and adjacent side also changes. Here in the same triangle, you know that in the right angle triangle you will get two acute angles, and if A is an acute angle, you will get BC is the opposite side and AB is the adjacent side. Here BC opposite, AD adjacent. And if you consider the angle C, here the opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. That you have to keep in your mind always. You have studied the concept of ratios in your earlier classes. We now define certain ratios involving the sides of a right triangle, and that ratios of sides are called trigonometric ratios. Here let us write the different ratios of the sides here. You know that three sides are there. So first let us take AB by AC, one ratio, and also AB by BC, second ratio, AB by BC, second ratio, and also you can take BC by AC, and let us take the reciprocal of all this, AC by AB and BC by AB and AC by BC. So 6 ratios you will get. Here the first ratio is AB by AC we have taken, AB by AC, and the second one is again AB by BC, AB by BC. Third ratio is BC by AC, and the reverse, the reciprocal you have taken, that is AC by AB and BC by AB and AC by BC. You can write the 6 ratios here. Each ratios are having their own name, that is depending upon the acute angle. Here to write the ratios we have to consider the acute angle, that is keeping in mind about the adjacent side, opposite side and hypotenuse, we have to write the ratios. And first here if you take the angle A, if you take the angle A here, so let us take that one is sine angle A, sine angle A. So the trigonometric ratios of the angle A in right angle ABC are defined in the following manner. So first when we take sine of angle A, sine of angle A, here angle A is there, you can write one ratio, that is BC by AC. You can write BC is here side opposite to angle A, or shortly you write opposite side by hypotenuse, hypotenuse, opposite side by hypotenuse. In short you can say O by H. Here opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So that is the first ratio you got. Second one, cosine of angle A. Here you write sine means SINE you write first in short. In short let us write SIN. So it is sine of angle A. Next you write cosine of angle A. Cosine of angle A is adjacent side by hypotenuse, which is the adjacent side here. You know that with respect to angle A, adjacent side is AB and hypotenuse, that is AC. You got two ratio. Third one is here tangent of angle A. Tangent of angle A. Tangent of angle A is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. Adjacent side, which is the opposite side, you know that, that is the side opposite to angle A is BC, and adjacent side, that is the side in connection with angle A, is AB. BC by AB you got. See, here you got 3 ratios. You got 3 ratios. Next let us continue this. Next one is cosecant. Fourth one is cosecant. Cosecant of angle A. Cosecant of angle A is, here it is a reciprocal of sine. Sine of angle A, that equals, you know that sine is opposite side by hypotenuse, that is O by H. Here the reciprocal means hypotenuse by opposite side, that is reciprocal of this, that is AC by BC, AC by BC. Next, fifth one, that is secant of angle A, secant of angle A. Secant of angle A is, secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So that is cosine, 1 by cosine of angle A, and here cosine is there. What is there? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Here its reciprocal means hypotenuse come to the numerator, hypotenuse by adjacent side, hypotenuse by adjacent side, that is the reciprocal, which is the hypotenuse here AC and adjacent side is AB. Then the sixth one is cotangent. Here tangent is there, cotangent of angle A. Cotangent of angle A is, that is 1 by tangent of angle A, 1 by tangent of angle A. You know that is the reciprocal of what? BC by AB, that is adjacent side comes to the numerator, adjacent side by opposite side, that equals AB by BC, AB by BC. So here you got 6 ratios. Here you got 6 ratios, and all these 6 ratios are having their own particular name, that is depending upon the position of the acute angle. Here the ratios are abbreviated as sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A and cot A. Here sin is sin, can be written as sin, it is sin, and cosine can be written as only cos, and tangent can be abbreviated or written as only tan, 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 and cosecant can be written as only cosec, that is cosec here. Cosecant can be abbreviated as cosec, only you can write COSEC. And next, secant can be abbreviated as sec theta. Here secant can be abbreviated as sec, and cotangent can be abbreviated as cot, only COT. Here you can say that the ratios are abbreviated as sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A and cot A. Here sin A is abbreviated as only sin A, and cosine A can be abbreviated as cos A, and tangent A can be abbreviated as tan A, and cosecant A can be abbreviated as cosec A, and secant A. Cosecant is abbreviated as cosec A, and secant A is abbreviated as sec A. sec A, and cotangent. Cotangent A is abbreviated as cot A. So here, in short, you can say sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A, cot A. These are the 6 ratios which are named here. In this way, trigonometric ratios of an acute angle in a right triangle express the relation between angle and the length of its sides. Here, sine of angle A, sin A means that is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos A means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tan A means opposite side by adjacent side. And cosecant A is hypotenuse by opposite side. And secant A is hypotenuse by adjacent side. And cotangent A is adjacent side by opposite side. And you can, in short, you can remember as this as here sin is O by H. So here opposite by hyp. In short, you can remember, and it is adjacent by hyp. In short, you can keep in your mind. Tan means O by A, that is opposite by adjacent. Here, in short, you can keep in your mind. And cosecant means, you know that is the reciprocal of sin A. So here, that is hypotenuse by opposite side, H by O. Then secant is, that is cosine and secant are here, they are the reciprocals here. So here you can write that is, what is the cosine A, that is adjacent by hypotenuse. So it is hypotenuse by adjacent, H by A. Then cotangent is, that is reciprocal of tangent. So tangent is O by A, opposite side by adjacent side. This is A by O, that is adjacent side by opposite side. So here you can buy at O by H, A by H, and O by A. And its reciprocal here, this is H by O, H by A, and A by O. In short, you can remember in your mind, but while writing, you must write in detail. So it is for your mind, and in detail you must write. O means you must write it as opposite side. H means hypotenuse. A means you must write adjacent side. So in short, you can keep in your mind like this way. So you write the reciprocal here. Sin A equals 1 by, sin equals 1 by cosec A, or cosec A equals 1 by sin A, 1 by sin A. And you can write cos A, that is cosine is equals to 1 by secant A, or secant A equals, sec A equals 1 by cos A. Next, tan A equals 1 by cot A. Tangent A equals 1 by cotangent A, or cot A equals 1 by tan A. 1 by tan A. Here you must keep in your mind the reciprocals also. Now let us find the relation among tan A, that is tangent A, cos A, that is cosine A, and sin A. Here you know that, write first all the ratios. Sin A means O by H, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. So opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. Sin A equals what? BC by AC. And you write cos A. Cos A means A by H. Cos A is A by H, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So which is the adjacent side? AB. You write AB by hypotenuse is AC. Cos A equals AB by AC, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Then also you write tan A. Tan A is equals to O by A. Tan A is equals to O by A, that is opposite side. Opposite side is BC and opposite side by adjacent side. Adjacent side is AB, that is O by A. Tan is O by A. Next here, you know that BC by AC by AB by AC. BC by AC by AB by AC, you are going to get BC by AC into AC by AB. Here AC cancels, that equals BC by AB. BC by AB is what? That is tan A. So here you write the relation that sin A by cos A. Sin A by cos A. Sin A is BC by AC. Cos A is AB by AC. AB by AC, that equals what? BC by AC into AC by AB. Take the reciprocal here. BC cancels. So you got sin A by cos A equals what? BC by AB. BC by AB is what? BC by AB is tan A. That equals tan A. So here you can say that tan A is equals to sin A by cos A. Tan A is equals to sin A by cos A. Then cot A. Cot A is a reciprocal of 1 by tan A. So 1 by tan A equals cot A. So you take the reciprocal of sin A by cos A becomes cos A by sin A. Therefore here you got that tan A equals sin A by cos A and cot A equals cos A by sin A. Cot A equals cos A by sin A. Here you got the relation among tan sin cos and also cot sin cos. That is tan A equals sin A by cos A and cot A equals cos A by sin A. Here you wrote the ratios for the trigonometric ratios for angle A. Here we wrote the trigonometric ratios for angle A. Now let us try to write the trigonometric ratios for angle C. Trigonometric ratios for angle C, and let us write one by one. Sin C. Again same relation, that is sin is O by H, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse, O by H. You know that for angle C, which is the opposite side opposite to angle C is AB. AB by hypotenuse is AC. AB by AC. Then cosine C, that is cos C is A by H. A by H, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos C, adjacent side is BC. BC by hypotenuse is same, that is AC. Then tan C. Tan is O by A, that is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So it is O by A, opposite side is, that is AB. Side opposite to angle C, AB. Adjacent side adjacent to angle C, that is BC. You got AB by BC. Now you can write the other ratios. You know that sine reciprocal is cosec. Sine reciprocal is cosec C. You write cosec C it is. Angle is C here. Cosec C. Cosec C is the reciprocal of sin C. You can write that is H by O hypotenuse by opposite side. Opposite side, that is reciprocal of AB by AC. So you will get AC by AB. Then cos opposite is secant. Secant C. Secant C. Secant C. That secant is the reciprocal of cos, that is H by A. H by A, that is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse by adjacent side. Adjacent side, that is hypotenuse is AZ, AC, adjacent side is BC. Then next one is the reciprocal of tan, that is cot C. Cot C, tan is O by A and cot is A by O. A by O, that is adjacent side by opposite side. Opposite side, adjacent side is BC, opposite side is AB. In this way, you got the trigonometric ratios for angle C in the same right angle triangle ABC. Note that the symbol sin A is used as an abbreviation for the sine of the angle A. Sin A is not the product of sine and A. Here, sin A is not the product of sine and A. It is the abbreviation for the sine of the angle A. And if you separate them, sine and A, there is no any meaning. So similarly, cos A is not the product of cos and A. Similar interpretations follow for other trigonometric ratios also. The values of the trigonometric ratios of an angle do not vary with the lengths of the sides of the triangle if the angle remains the same. We have defined 6 trigonometric ratios of an acute angle. If one of the trigonometric ratios of an acute angle is known, the remaining trigonometric ratios of the angle can be easily determined. Here, if you know sin A, you can easily obtain the cos A, tan A and the other ratios. Trigonometry is one of the most ancient subjects studied by scholars all over the world. Trigonometry was invented because its need arose in astronomy. Since then, the astronomers have used it, for instance, to calculate distance from the Earth to the planets and stars. Trigonometry is also used in geography and in navigation. The knowledge of trigonometry is used to construct maps, determine the position of an island in relation to the longitudes and latitudes.